how'd you go telling the team today?
Yeah, I went well. When the room goes quiet and you realise all the eyes are on you, it took me a while to get going. Mumbled and stumbled through a bit of it, but got there in the end, and yeah, it was special.
I know a lot of players say that when milestones come up and it's something they don't get a chance to reflect. Have you been reflecting in recent weeks, knowing that this was possibly coming?
I have been, yeah, thinking that it may be on the cards for a little while now. Just about the journey and what it's taken for me to get here, from getting to Adelaide to start off with, but then also through my time throughout my AFL career. Yeah, it's been a fun ride, and I wouldn't change it.
What are those emotions? You look at it fondly. Are you relieved? How do you feel finally?
I do look on it fondly. Yeah. I won't lie. The last 5 years have been tough, being in and out. It's probably the hardest place to be in football, on the fringe. But I look back on it, yeah, with immense pride. With my time at Adelaide as well, having 8 years there, made some great friends, played in some great teams, made some great memories, and then our time up on the Gold Coast as well. Gold Coast didn't need to get me up there, and yeah, we brought our daughter into the world up there and made some great friends, and it's a place that'll hold a special part in our hearts and our lives. And then the Port Adelaide club for getting me back as well, and bringing my family back closer together, and allowing us to be back around our nearest and dearest, and being a part of a proud footy club as well. So this last 12 months have been great also.
It's a cliche, but how quickly does it all go?
Yeah, it does go so quick. I know it is cliche, but I was saying to the guys this morning, I remember my first press conference getting into Adelaide, like the first week or second week it was, and sitting there, and I can really put myself back in that seat to this day, to then be 13 years on and even playing my first game within a month or so 10 years ago, and that feels like yesterday. And yeah, can remember that moment quite vividly, with my family being in the rooms, walking down the race. That was the first showdown post Phil Walsh passing away as well, so that was a massive thing, and for that to be 10 years ago, yeah, it feels like yesterday.
What's the last, you've mentioned before about the last 5 years, what's that taught you about yourself, almost about your resilience and being able to just keep plugging away through all this?
Yeah, that's probably what it has taught me, that I'm tough. Yeah, like it's the hardest place to be in football, on the fringe. I've been so far out of the side that you don't need to worry about it. I've been so far in the side that you just worry about what you've got to do right to play well. And the last 5 years, you've been anxiously waiting by the phone or in the locker room for the tap on the shoulder, whether you're in or you're out. So it has taken a lot. Done a lot of work on myself to be able to deal with that. But one thing I'm super proud of is those last 5 years, how I have held myself in the manner I have, and the person I've been throughout all that, because I know a lot of people would have thrown it in. So as it has been tough, I've learnt a lot of things about myself that I'll hold with me forever and will hold me in great stead the rest of my life.
What about this year in particular? What's it meant to you to finish your career back in Adelaide?
Yeah, it's been great, around all my closest mates and the guys I did a lot of growing up with. Back here around George's family, and a closer trip for all my family to get over as well. I would have liked to play a bit more AFL, but still to get around a new bunch of guys. They've been so accommodating, and I've loved getting amongst this group, and they've embraced me with open arms. So yeah, the last 12 months have been great. I've thoroughly enjoyed this year, and there's still 4 weeks to get, and I'm looking forward to finishing off on the right note.
You got a couple of opportunities, mate. What was it, do you think, that led you to not get any more than those 2 games?
Oh, it's circumstantial. I would have liked a year to go a bit differently, and no doubt the club would have as well. So we are in a different position that we might have thought we would have been in at the start of the year. So that happens though, it's footy. I didn't come here with any promises from either side, so I've just, look, some people may consider me lucky to have played 2 games. So I've enjoyed those 2 games, and hopefully there's a couple more by the end of the year. So yeah, look, you're not promised anything in this game, and I've just enjoyed coming in here each week. And as the season's gone on, and it looked like this might have been on the cards, it really makes you appreciate, look, I've only got 4 main trainings to go, 4 games. And I've been able to take that in the last couple of weeks, with this potentially being on the cards. So it's just the perspective on the whole things, and yeah, I'm loving it.
Is that the main goal now for the next 4 weeks, to try and crack your way back into the AFL team and have one last night?
That would be nice. and there is a bit of sentiment in footy, but if it doesn't happen, there's still a pulse in the sample season. So whether that's AFL or the sample, it's still quite possible for us to make finals there, and then the show will go on week by week after that. So however that looks, and wherever I'm playing, I'm just looking forward to making the most of it with this group that I enjoy being around.
Guys get an opportunity to play in a grand final. How do you look back? I know it was a while ago now, but knowing that you have at least been there on the biggest day, even though it didn't go your way.
Yeah, I do. I'm also, instead of looking back on the game, because it wasn't so great being out there. Just that year in general. I touched on it this morning with everyone in the room. That team was something special, and some of my nearest and dearest friends were in that side as well, and great memories made. And like that prelim against Geelong to get in as well. Like, that's probably my favourite game I've ever played in, as well as my debut there. So just that feeling, knowing that you were going into that game, and then the week leading up to the grand final and that team, it was something quite special, and we had something special there. And yeah, it's something that I'm sure in due time I'll sit back on and realise that was quite a special time in my football career.
How do you look at the Crows now? It looks like they're going to be back in the finals for the first time since 2017. I imagine you've still got a few mates there. Is there some sentiment still there for you?
There is. There's still a handful of guys that I played with. It is good to see my mates doing well, but it's like the result on the weekend just gone, like it was hard to watch. Like we know we're better than that, and to put that out on the park, we addressed that, and then realising that they're the type of results that we don't want to stand for the rest of the year, and go out on the right note, because no one wants to go out like that. Myself personally, I'm sure Kenny as well doesn't want to be living with those results. So as much as it is good to see my close mates going well, when it's against us, it's not great.
You mentioned before that I was not necessarily going your way all the time this year. The guy you came down from Gold Coast with has had a bit of that this year too. Jack, how have you sort of seen what he's had to go through this year, and just sort of projecting forward as to what he still can offer next year with a full pre-season under his belt?
Yeah, Jack's a great player. Like, I've got no doubt he can come in and contribute. It's quite unfortunate for the injuries that he's had, but that's why I think our game's the toughest game in the world. Like, nothing's promised every week, as we see with the parity in the competition at the minute. Like, there's no easy games. It's such a tough game to get yourself up for week to week, and as we've seen with Jack, he's struggling to do that from time to time. Like, when he's been out there, he's played some really good games. He's kicked some good bags of goals, and he'll bounce back. The character he is, I'm unsure what his injury is doing at the minute, whether it's this week, next week, the week after. But he'll get back. He's a great player, and that's why the club got him here. I'm sure we'll see his talents come to the forefront in the near future.
Have you thought much about what is next?
I have. There hasn't been too many days that go past that I haven't thought about what is next. Been trying to keep on the front foot with all that, done a bit of media stuff, been getting on the radio, dabbled in a bit of coaching, but at this point in time, just really looking forward to the next 4 weeks and enjoying my time here, because you are a long time retired, and I know there'll be a day that I'll look back and just wish that I'm in here knocking about with my best mates, not taking stuff too seriously. So the next short amount of time we'll just be focusing on having fun in here.
A bit more podcasting, do you think?
Yeah, that could be on the cards. May need a couple of sponsors for that. So if anyone's out there, slide into the DMs. But yeah, who knows? There's plenty of options. So yeah, we'll be right in that aspect.
Had a fair few coaches over the journey. What's the experience been like with Ken? Where does he sort of sit in your journey?
Yeah, that's right. I touched on this morning. I've actually had 9 head coaches if you include interim. So not too many people get that opportunity to see that many ideas, that many coaching styles, and that's something that I'll hold my hat on and be and take it with me. Like every coach that I've had has had their own unique coaching style, and with Kenny, he's a great motivator, and I've loved seeing the way he goes about it. Being on the other side a couple of times, and how he's been really able to fire the boys up. I can see that now firsthand, which has been great to see. And in the games that I have played, I've loved running out for him, and hopefully I can do that again.